tell you all how happy I am to be back in the studio, making a picture again. You don't know how much I've missed all of you. And I promise you I'll never desert you again. Because after Salome, we'll make another picture and another picture. You see, this is my life. It always will be. There's nothing else. Just us. And the cameras. And those wonderful people out there in the dark. All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Gentlemen, welcome to Beverly Hills TV Live. Here we are, sitting with Sabrina Lowe. How are you, Sabrina?
Hi, I'm fine, thanks.
Sabrina works at the Laugh Factory, and it's one of the hot clubs in town on Sunset.
The hottest club.
It is the hottest.
The hottest
it is.
comedy club,
And hottest comedians, too.
Yes.
Tell me about Sabrina Lowe. You are the publisher and editor of the Laugh Factory magazine.
I'm the editor of the Laugh Factory magazine. Yeah, the owner of the Laugh Factory Club, Jamie Lasada, is the publisher.
Jamie. Is he the publisher?
Yes, he is.
Tell me about Jamie, a little about Jamie Lasada. He was a comedian himself.
Yes, he was. He was a comedian himself and then opened the Laugh Factory about 15 years ago.
Has it been there 15?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah.
And how long have you been there working?
I've been there about 4 years.
Laugh magazine. You get all these great people like Andrew Dice Clay right in. Woody Allen. How do you get these people to write?
Well, Jamie has had good relationships with these comics for many years, and therefore people they're very anxious to write for the magazine. There's never been a magazine like this before.
First time, isn't it?
Yeah. There's no other magazine that you can open up, read, and just start laughing. There's nothing else
How about
like it on the
Madonna,
market.
when she reads things about her in here? I mean, you write
She
some
might not be
naughty,
laughing.
things about her. She's a naughty girl. We know that. But
Madonna doesn't have enough press, as it is.
And Sandra Bernhardt, you write a lot of things about Tea Time for Hollywood with Sandra Bernhardt.
Yeah, Paul Mooney, one of the editors, actually interviewed Sandra Bernhardt about Madonna and her relationship
I got to
with
talk
Madonna.
to him in a little while. We have Paul Mooney on.
Yeah,
in a
that
few
will
minutes.
be interesting. Yeah.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from New York.
Are you?
Uh-huh.
What made you decide to come to Hollywood? As an actress or writer, or what?
No, I wanted to get into entertainment and journalism, and this is a perfect opportunity.
How's this magazine? How do people get this magazine anyway?
It's on the newsstands across the country.
Oh, it
There's
is?
500,000 across the country.
It's a funny magazine,
Yeah,
though. There's some
yeah.
great articles in here. All these people, how many comics do you write for this? You have a lot. Lou Anderson?
Louis Anderson, Rich Hall from Saturday Night Live, Woody Allen, Brett Butler from Grace Under Fire, Carol Siskin, Charlie Fleischer, who is the voice of Roger Rabbit. There's a lot of really well-known comedians.
What gave you the idea, you and Jamie get the idea to write such a magazine like the
Well, there was nothing like it on the market. There's nothing else like it. And if you look at the top 10 shows, you see that they're primarily comedies, sitcoms, and they're
Right.
starring comedians. So there's nothing else like this, and this is something that we thought would sell and do well.
You seem to have a good time with it.
Yeah, it's great. It's
Meeting
a lot of fun.
lot of great comedians, a lot of fun people.
Yeah. Yeah.
The club is doing extremely well. You have a lot
Very
of great
well.
comics in there. And matter of fact, you have Harlan Williams. I love to meet him. Is he
Harlan
around?
Williams.
Harlan
He's
Williams, where
here.
are you?
He's
Is he
here.
here? Come on in, Harlan. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Harlan Williams, one of the great comics from the Laugh Factory.
Yay,
How are you, Harlan? Nice seeing you. Love your haircut.
Thanks, Skippy.
I thought I got mine at a pet shop, but you got a good one.
I got mine at a delicatessen.
It looks good. Where are you from, Harlan?
I'm from Greenland originally.
Greenland, really?
Yeah.
How is it growing up there?
kinda green.
Cold?
It's all green and greenish,
Greenish, okay.
Yeah,
What kind of, go ahead. I love his humor. I know what he's going to do. He's putting me on right now.
He's wacky.
Go ahead. Well, how did you get into comedy?
Well, I was, it's a weird story. I was standing outside the Comedy Store one night. I was
Right.
looking for a job. I was like 15 years old. And I wanted to be like a janitor or anything.
Uh-huh.
And what's the guy, Shore? The guy
Sammy Shore.
Sammy Shore.
Sammy Shore,
he
the
said-
owner.
Yeah, he said, "What are you doing out here?" And I said, "I'm looking for a job, man." And he said, "Well, where are you from?" And I said, "Greenland." And he goes, "Well, can you do comedy?"
Right.
And I said, "Well, sure I can." And he had me on that night. I had to follow Red Fox, and he did this joke about hitchhiking, and well, it was just nuts. And that's how it all started off.
This was the original comedy store when it first started.
The one down on...
on Sunset, next to the Hyatt.
Yeah.
Just before Mitzi got it all.
Right,
Before the divorce.
Mitzi,
God, you've been around a long time then, huh?
Yeah, well, it's
What's exciting in your life right now with this comedy? You're working all these clubs, traveling around, or?
Well, the most exciting thing, Skip, is that I'm working on the magazine here.
You are?
I'm one of the editors-in-chief, executive to the director.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love it. You know,
What do you love about it?
Well, I'm one of the guys that works on all the little details. You know, I have to decide what kind of trees we're actually going to cut down and determine the type of paper we use. And I have to determine, you know, what size font we're going to use depending on, see, our average readers have bad eyesight. So I have to pick a nice, juicy sized font for the folks. But I'm just engrossed in that magazine. It's fab. Have you read through it?
I've been reading this for years.
Yeah, that's birch paper. It's cut off a birch tree.
It is, really?
The finest paper this side of Tennessee, Skip.
Have you been to Tennessee? You work Tennessee?
No, I'd love to go.
I think the southern people would love you down there with your sense of humor.
Yeah, we should go together.
Yeah, I've been there.
We
I
could
worked
run
there.
out on the street and flip flapjacks at the side of streetcars.
Tell me about with the comedy, the Laugh Factory, working the Laugh Factory. You have some great audiences there.
Wow.
It's right next to that delicatessen.
Greenblatt's.
Greenblatt's. Isn't that interesting? Greenblatt's?
Yeah, they have
what
a great egg
idea.
salad sandwich there, by the way. That's not an official plug, but that's just my personal taste.
The food is very good, yeah.
It's delicious.
It's not handled by human hands. The
world.
chef's a gorilla.
Yeah.
Hey, I can use you in the audience. You laugh pretty good. So, Harlan, tell me about working with Jamie at the club and working with these wonderful people in the magazine.
It's a great
Paul
atmosphere.
Mooney, especially. It must be a lot of fun to work with.
Mooney's, he's a character. Have you seen the cat? He goes on stage, he sits there with a cup of brandy in his hand.
Right.
And he wears his big white broad, he just sits up there. Most of the comics, they go and they stand up there, but this wild cat, he sits up there.
Right.
And he just charms the audience. It's like watching a cobra come out of one of those baskets. He just mesmerizes people. He's a wild cat.
What type of humor do you do?
I do mostly like jokes you'd hear at a party, like, you know, did you hear the one about the three priests, or, you know, two Frenchmen walk into a forest with a rabbit, and, you know, they see a carrot, and the first Frenchman says, le carreau, and then the second Frenchman says, no, 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 le ananas, and then the rabbit says, get out of here, you idiots, it's just a carrot. I do crazy stuff like that.
He always does well at the club.
He does.
Kills.
He kills,
yeah,
right?
Everyone loves him.
I like that word kill. Everyone uses that word kill.
Yeah.
We don't want to kill him. Do you really want to kill him?
Sometimes you do.
Huh?
Sometimes
kill him.
I've carried a gun on stage.
Yeah. How about Woody Allen? You like his humor? Have you interviewed Woody or any of these people?
Woody Allen. I've heard of him. Woody. Yeah, I do like Woody. I like. You know what though, Skip?
You remind me of him.
I like his earlier stuff.
Okay.
You know, to take the money and run, and kind of his one-liner stuff I enjoyed. And his other stuff's starting to get a little too sophisticated for me. I don't understand anything that breaches a higher level. I'm kind of a simple guy, but...
What do you mean by a simple guy?
Well,
you're a comic. You're not simple. Comics are not simple.
I'm not that sophisticated, and I can't see past certain levels.
Are you a Will Rogers type of comedy?
Yeah.
You think so? You're
Yeah.
folksy?
Folksy, Skip. Folksy to the max.
Do you like to think that way, huh?
Yeah. How
about Fred Charles? Is he a folksy kind of comic?
No,
he's not folksy.
No?
How would you describe Fred? He's hilarious.
Why don't we bring Fred?
I like characters, Skip.
great.
Charles.
Wonderful characters.
Is he?
Oh,
hi, Fred.
Skip.
How are you doing?
Hi, Skip. How are you?
Fine.
Man?
Nice seeing you, guys.
You too, buddy.
Yeah,
How's it
sit
going,
down. Take a
bud?
seat with us.
Thank
You know
you.
each other, don't you?
Oh, me and Harlan?
Fred.
We grew up in Greenland together. Well, actually, I was in Iceland, which is very green, and he's in Greenland, which is very icy. So.
Is that where you're from originally? No, you're from New York, aren't you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm from Downey.
Downey, California.
Yeah,
Really?
you know
Are
where that is?
California? A comic from California, isn't that
Unbelievable. Isn't that weird?
Because I've seen you work many times.
Have you?
Yes, I have, and you're very funny.
Have you seen me like working, doing comedy, or just working?
Let's see. Okay.
Because I work, you know, I'm a
You work. What do you mean by work?
Well, if you look at the crossword puzzle in here,
Right, go
I
ahead.
determine what square is going to be white and which square is going to be black.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you know they come up with all the words. I'm not good
Jamie
with
has
words.
really got me puzzled here. I love it. He brought me a puzzle. Okay. Go ahead.
Well, Jamie hired me especially because I'm not that good with words, but I'm good
Right.
with spatial relationships. In
Right.
other words,
Yeah.
I can see a page, and I can determine which way the words should run, which way
Yeah.
they should come up, and I'll call
Really?
Harlan once in a while and ask him, Harlan, you think it should be an across or an up and down? You know, because I'll get confused sometimes too.
Right.
I'm a little dyslexic too. That's part of the problem.
Crossroads. That's crosswords. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
that's
crosswords.
different.
That's all I do actually.
Is that all you do?
I determine which squares will be black, which squares will be white.
Now, there is a comedian that looks like you, and who am I thinking of, Jamie? I really thought you were the comic.
Oh, really?
That I thought you were.
Oh,
I'm
I am
serious.
the comic you thought I am.
You are?
Oh yeah.
You are.
I'm the comic that everybody thinks I am. That's the beauty
Is
of
that
comedy.
they're fooling me? Is that true?
I think they are.
They are. They are. Okay, good. So go ahead. Tell me where have you been working around town?
I work at the Laugh Factory in town, and I'm there about 3 nights a week actually.
And you travel around. You do all the other clubs.
I
circuits?
have. I don't do it much anymore. My car broke down, so you know it's hard to get to the gigs now. So I pretty much stay in town because it's close. You know, I take the
Harley
red line.
Williams, you travel a lot. You know.
Yeah, I like to travel a bit now and then. Skip, I've been over to Australia, did a gig
That's
over
great.
there.
They love your sense of humor.
Yeah,
there.
they love it.
Yeah.
They just go nuts.
Those people down under. You've been to Australia?
I've been down under a few times.
Yeah, I'm sure we all
I've never
have.
been to Australia.
We all have. But in Sydney, I've been there, and
Sydney, yeah.
yeah, they would love you there. Your
They
type
go
of humor.
knuckle clusters for me.
Yeah, Sydney was.
Did the RSL clubs there? Did you?
Pardon me, Skip?
The RSL clubs. They have RSL
I'm
clubs.
sorry, I'm not familiar. RSL?
Yeah,
Skip?
those are the clubs they have in Sydney, Australia, and all over
Oh,
Australia.
I'm
Those
not
are the clubs.
familiar
Oh, you
with
didn't do those
Skip.
clubs?
I'm
Oh, okay, you did the
terribly
comic
sorry.
rooms. That's okay. That's
Oh,
okay.
sorry.
That's
Did
fine.
I wreck the interview? Or?
No.
Oh,
Is
okay.
Paul? I'd love to see Paul around. Is Paul
He's
around?
here.
He's here.
I'd love
He's
to see Paul Mooney.
Oh,
Paul
Here
Mooney.
he
How
is.
you been?
oh
The
yeah. Oh man.
God, you're bringing me more. You brought me Max. How are you, family? Hi. You know everybody here. Harlan
Oh, of
Williams,
course. I know them
Sabrina,
all. Uh-huh.
and Fred.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see them every day.
Paul.
Yeah.
What's happening? Tell me about Whoopi at this coming out in this gown at the Academy.
Oh, you mean the Academy Award?
Yeah, Whoopi came out in this velvet gown.
It was very interesting.
Tell me.
Yeah, no, I did. I thought, well, I'm not too into the Academy Awards because I refer to it as the Prejudice Awards. I'm not that into
Prejudice Awards?
it. I've always called it that.
You always did. You
Yeah.
Why
You
is
can't,
that, Paul? Why
Because
do you always?
you can't win an award or be nominated unless you're a big fat black maid or a slave. That's my rendition of it.
That's interesting. Isn't
It's
it?
very interesting.
In between blacks never get it, do they?
What?
I mean, really?
Oh,
do
they totally ignored Joy Luck, the Asian.
The
They
Asians.
ignored it.
Right.
Yeah.
And Beverly Williams, beautiful girl.
Yeah.
How about her?
Yeah, well, you know,
What's happening?
That's the Prejudice Awards. What can we say?
What's happening with you, Paul?
Huh?
You're working at the Laugh Factory.
Yes,
a lot?
I am. I'm working with this magazine at the Laugh Factory.
Mm-hmm.
This is Jamie's creation, Jamie Masada.
Right.
He doesn't speak English well, so we're helping him.
He's from Israel.
That's what he says,
That's
but
what
I
he
think
says.
it's Mexico.
I think it's
But-
from Guatemala.
Yeah.
That's what I tell everybody.
Yeah, we're not too sure. We're checking his green card. But this is my favorite photograph.
Guatemala.
See?
Which
Can you do
is
a
that?
close-up?
Which one? I'd like to see that. Get a close up. What is it? Keys?
Yeah, Keys to the Stars' Homes. Don't you
That's
think
one of the
funny?
funniest things.
Is
in
it
America.
really? Is that
Yeah.
you, Paul? Is
It's
it?
me. Keys to the Stars'
Stars'
Homes.
Homes.
Isn't that the best?
Not
That is
that,
fabulous.
Yeah, next month we're having Keys.
You did that on Sunset
Yeah,
Boulevard?
yeah.
Yeah, right
Did
in
you
front of the
really?
Laugh
Yeah.
Factory.
You stood right in front of the Laugh Factory and you did that?
Yeah.
And what the people were, what?
Oh, people loved it. We're going to have Keys to the Stars safe deposit box. We're going to move up next month. Oh, yeah.
That's great. What's your humor at the clubs is outrageous. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's shocking. People, I mean, come on, Paul.
Shocking? I don't think it's shocking.
well-
I think it's funny.
It is funny.
A little
but
disturbing sometimes.
Okay,
It's
disturbing,
disturbing, yeah.
shocking, whatever. It's kind of shocking sometimes for
yeah.
certain people from Alabama,
Yeah.
Georgia. Okay.
Don't blame things on the South. Come on.
Well, whatever.
Come
okay.
on. LA
Ontario.
burnt, LA burnt
How about
twice, so let's
Ontario?
not blame it on Mississippi. But we're still in the
Where did you grow up? Where did you grow up? Where are you from?
in Africa. No.
Where did you
I
grow
grew
up?
up in Beverly Hills. I was arrested here. It's the first time I was arrested in Beverly Hills.
You're kidding.
Oh, it's a great reference. Wherever I go.
What do you mean you're
I was arrested. I
For
was
what?
arrested here.
For what reason?
Purse snatching. I snatched a purse.
Did you really?
Oh, the handbags are worth $2,000. Yeah, come on.
Why would
They're
Paul-
designers?
Why? Why would you snatch a purse, Paul?
Because I want to sell it. It's a designer purse. I have to go sell it.
Oh, okay.
You throw the money away, you run with the handbag. Everyone knows that.
Paul Mooney,
That's
New
a
York.
joke.
You're originally from New York.
Everyone thinks that. I've lived in New York. No, I'm from the South. I was born
Are you
in the
really?
South. Oh, yes. I'm a Southerner.
You're a great writer,
Oh,
comedy
thank
writer.
you.
You've written for the best.
God,
You've
that's
written
wonderful. For everybody.
Yes.
Anybody.
Some of the people he's written for. Tell us.
Well, there's Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor is the
Murphy.
#1.
Eddie
Eddie
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
Oh.
written not only those people, a lot of others, and you're a good mind, great
Thank you.
mind for comedy.
Clinton, I'm ashamed of that, though, but I've
Clinton?
written for him, too. Yeah.
Why you voted for him? You write for Clinton, did you? Is that what you said?
I'm telling a joke again. Come on. I'm pulling your leg, Skippy. You're not that naive. You've been in Hollywood too long. Come on.
I'm looking at you.
I'm looking at you, too.
What has been the hardest for Paul Mooney around Hollywood?
The hardest thing?
Yeah, what has been the hardest for you?
Getting up in the morning.
Because you're always so funny and
Yeah,
so
but getting up in the morning, it's very hard here to get up in the morning, especially with tremors. I mean, I don't have to tell you. I don't have to tell you.
Has the earthquake
Yeah,
been
yeah.
bothering you a lot?
Oh, I'm suing. I'm suing the complete state of California. I'm a nervous wreck.
Let me tell you, Harley, you write your material all
Yes,
yourself.
Yes, I do,
You do?
Skip.
Where do you get your ideas?
They could come out of nowhere,
Sitting
Skip.
right here, just say.
I
Go
could be
ahead.
sitting here and do a joke about this nice, well, that's probably pine, isn't it, that desk?
Right.
Nice pine desk joke in my
Okay.
next routine. Or I could be out sitting on a beach looking at the full moon and get a little joke off of that. Man in the moon joke for the kids. Just comes out of nowhere.
He's
It's
like a
uncanny.
childlike comic, isn't he? Very childlike, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's very
Yeah,
unique.
yeah.
Unique. He's
Yeah.
very childlike. He's very serious, and it's funny. It's funny. He's he doesn't take himself serious too.
He's
That's
going to end
great.
up on a milk carton, I'm sure of it.
He's what? A milk carton? That's very funny. See how quick that mind runs, that comedy mind? Paul Mooney. So some of the stuff you write in here, tell me others.
Oh, it's everything in here is wonderful. I have one piece.
I want to know about Madonna. You
I'm sure that
interviewed
everyone-
Madonna, and
everyone wants to know about
I
Madonna.
want to know about her.
Well, she's part Mexican. Her real name is Manana.
Madonna.
No, I think Madonna's actually Marilyn Monroe come back to get her money and doing a dang good job of it.
She's her best press.
Mm-hmm.
You see what she did? She was out of the press for a while, and all of a sudden, now she's going to buy her own basketball team. I love it. And that creates another, isn't it? What do you think about that, Paul?
Buying a basketball team?
Yes, did you know that? She's
I
going to buy
think
her own
that-
basketball team. She's going to have her own team,
I think everybody needs a basketball team. I think it's great.
especially Madonna.
Yeah.
I mean, she can use them all.
Does the team
right?
come with the balls?
Yes. Tell me about really Madonna. You interviewed her. Tell me.
No, I didn't
wanna
interview
know.
her.
You didn't?
Sandra.
No.
They come with that?
Who
Sandra
did?
Bernhard. He interviewed
Oh, you and Sandra
Yeah.
Bernhard?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about Sandra Bernhard. Tell me more about
Sandra
her.
Bernhard
She's a
is-
funny lady.
Oh, she's the funniest lady on the planet. I was surprised not to see her at the Academy Awards. I hope next year they'll let her come.
What do you mean she wasn't there?
No, I didn't see her. I missed her. To be quite honest, I missed
How
her.
come you didn't enjoy the Academy Awards?
It was rather sad. I felt sorry for that little old lady that came out after. They waited too long to give her an award. What was her name? Deborah somebody?
Deborah Carr.
Yeah, she came out and
Deborah
she said,
Carr, yeah.
I know all my friends are here. The woman's got to be 90. All her friends were dead. It was crazy. It was just sad. I know people love her and they're going to get upset, but I thought it was sad.
I thought it was gracious and lovely. I really
think
did.
they should
Paul,
have gave her an award a lot sooner.
No, I think she came. She flew all the way from Switzerland, wherever she was, and she got an award. And Hollywood just did what they had to do, But sometimes the youngies get very upset with that. Older stars. Now, why?
Oh, I know. I'm
You know.
not having against her age. That's not it.
Well,
I
she's
think
not
they
an
waited
old
too
lady.
long.
She is a very gracious lady. We have a call coming in. Let's see who's going to call.
Maybe it's Deborah.
Maybe it is. Let's see. Hello. Hello. Come in, please.
Well,
They hung up. Hello.
Are they doing
Can't
pranks
hear
on
you. I'm on one. It is press. Hello. Okay, let's leave it alone. It's not working.
someone was calling?
People are calling in. I can't get it through.
Speaker.
Hit speaker, right? Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
How are you?
Fine. How are you? Who's calling, please?
My name is Douglas. I spoke to you, right?
Hello. Who is it?
Douglas?
Douglas.
Hi, Douglas. How are you doing? Oops, I hope those are planes, Douglas.
I spoke to you, I'd say, about 2 weeks ago. You had a female on.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay. You also got a call from Leona.
Leona? Yes.
Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yes, that was my mother.
Uh-huh.
My question is to Mr. Mooney.
To Mr. Mooney. Could you turn the sound up, please, here? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, to Mr. Mooney.
Yes.
I was wondering when he did the laugh off.
Yes, go ahead.
He said he was having something. Mr. Mooney said that he was going to appear somewhere, a laugh off or a laugh on or something to that effect.
A what? A laugh what?
He was going to be somewhere.
At the Laugh Factory.
Thank you.
They work at the Laugh Factory. All these comedians here and the lovely lady Sabrina, they all work at the Laugh Factory.
Okay, this is addressed to Mr. Mooney. He said that he feels that that's what I wanted to see. Picture of him. Thank you. Why is it that he feels that the Academy Awards is the Prejudice Awards?
That's just my personal feeling about it. I just think that.
Did you hear that?
Through the years that you've been in business?
That I've watched the shows, yeah.
Don't you feel that blacks have come very far? I'm an Italian from South Jersey.
Really?
When people look at me, they don't know what I am. So, and I live here in Beverly Hills, and I find here in Beverly Hills, if you're not Persian or Jewish or a Persian Jew, you don't have nothing coming. So I experienced the prejudice thing.
In Beverly Hills?
Believe me, I've lived here for 2 years, and again, if you're not Persian or Jewish or a Persian Jew, you don't even get a hello.
Oh, you really believe that?
I've experienced it.
Oh,
That's a pretty extreme view.
Well,
This guy's a comedian, right? That's what it
anyway.
is.
You're a comic, huh?
Thank you very much.
Every day.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
Hello? You're on, please. Hello.
That's funny.
Hello. Test. Hello. Come in, please. Hello. Come in, please.
You know, Steve, if you stay here between 2 and 5 tomorrow,
know. Hello.
the phone company
Come in,
will come to
please.
fix that for you, man.
Hello. Testing. Come in,
Skippy,
please.
I wouldn't want to be with you in a
Hello.
spaceship.
Hello.
Is that what we're on?
Come in, please. Come in.
I don't want to come in. Paul Mooney, I want to know. You grew up in the South, and this man right here believes that you're living in Beverly Hills. If you're Jewish or whatever, I think it's ridiculous. That is so
Persian
silly.
I mean, that's a little much for me.
It is. It
That's
is.
a stretch for me. That's
It
like
is.
saying take my passport into 7-Eleven because
Right,
I
right.
might not come out. I mean, come on.
But he did ask a question.
No,
I
he
do
did.
want to ask you that.
Okay, go
I'm
on.
going to ask you that
Go on.
question. He did ask about the blacks. Are they having better time now, or a little better time? Aren't they having? They are having a little better time. They have always, But he's asking that question. What do you think?
Little,
I want a little.
I'm a hard one to please.
You are.
'Cause I want everything to be on the up and up.
What do you mean? Why are you so hard, Paul? Tell
I
me.
don't know. I just think it should be right. I'm just, people tell me.
What should we do, or what do you want them to do to make it right?
The Academy Awards?
Anything, yes.
Oh, you mean-
Academy
you mean-
Awards, life and things, everything in life.
Yeah, we'd have to go back and do a lot of work. We can't go back in time. But now?
Yes,
Yeah,
no,
just to love everyone.
to love. You're very spiritual.
Yeah.
You're very spiritual. That I've always known about you. You have 2 sons, twins.
Yeah. Well, I have 8 kids.
8?
7
really?
of my own and 1 I adopted. Uh-huh.
Really? 7 of your own? Do you have any other hobbies?
Any other hobbies?
God, 8 children. Really? 8, Paul?
That's funny. Any hobby?
Paul, it is good. I mean, I can't believe you. Yeah, that's all right, Chad. Come on in, Chad.
Yeah, come
Chad,
here.
bring it over
I love
here
it
and
on
let's
line
see what
2.
you
Read
got
that.
here.
I love that.
Line
I'm getting
2.
all the press.
Who?
I love it.
Hello?
Sylvia's on line 2. Okay, Sylvia?
Yes, hi. I just wanted to say hello to Paul Mooney.
Yes,
Hi.
Sylvia.
And I met him a few years ago, and I think he's one of the most gracious, down-to-earth people I've ever met. And I always love his comedy.
He's
Always,
great.
always. I think he's wonderful. I think he's one of the best.
He is,
Thank
Sylvia.
you.
I agree.
He is one of the best. And also to one of the last callers that said he was Italian. Well, I'm black, and I live in Beverly Hills, and I have absolutely no problem.
I agree with you, Sylvia.
None whatsoever.
Sylvia, you go to the comedy Laugh Factory a lot?
Sometimes, yes.
Uh-huh. It's a fun place.
It is.
Yes, and tell me about the magazine. Have you seen the magazine at all, Laugh
No, I
Factory?
haven't. No, I haven't.
You've got to go
There
to
it
the
is.
Laugh
Gotta
Factory
pick
and
it up.
pick it up.
I certainly will.
It's a fun place to see, okay?
I certainly will, and I love Paul Mooney. I think he's wonderful.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Wonderful
Bye-bye.
Bye,
You
dear.
know, Skippy, you
Hello.
know,
Yes.
Paul wrote an article called 40 Acres and a Mule in here, and we got so many angry letters.
Did you
Didn't
really?
we, Paul? Paul
That's a great
enjoyed
article.
reading
That's one of the
them.
better
Yeah. What kind of letters? No, what
Interesting.
kind of letters? No, Paul. What kind of letters?
Oh, just angry.
What kind of hello? Hello. Hello. Okay. Hello. Well, anyway, go ahead. What kind of letters, darling?
Basically saying that that Paul was being prejudiced himself and judging all white Americans.
Is that what he does?
That was the gist of it, yeah. There was
Number one, we'll see what happens. Hello. Are you there? I'm on.
Switch to AT&T.
I don't know. Hello. Are you there? Hello. Hi.
Hi,
Hello. Hi. Who am I talking to?
Barbara.
Barbara. How you doing? I'm Skip. Barbara.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm calling actually because I want to agree with the gentleman that was on before, Douglas.
Yes.
And it is true. You either have to be Persian Jewish or Jewish to live in the area. And
Really? Do you live in Beverly Hills?
yes,
And you feel that?
yeah, I sure do.
Well,
Every day.
why do you feel that?
Because why do I feel that?
Yeah, why? What makes you feel that? When
Because-
you're walking down the street, driving? Who gives you that
Whatever.
impression?
Walking down the street,
How does
driving.
anyone know if you're Jewish or
They don't.
how do they know? What religion? It's a religion. How do
I
they
know, that's what I mean. I don't understand that, how they do know, because as soon as it's, like if you're not all dressed up in jewels and diamonds and...
Oh, does that make you Jewish or an Arab? If you're dressed in diamonds, darling? Please, my dear. I mean,
I can see Jaja.
Jaja. Yeah, and she's Hungarian,
That's
darling.
it.
How far as clothes doesn't make a person, but then how does the person know that you're gay? Do you have a neon sign on your chest saying that you are? No,
That's true. Very true.
right?
But some
I'm
do.
just saying that. I'm just asking why.
Yeah.
I know no one really has the answer,
I see.
but
Okay.
the point is, it's true. You are intimidated around here unless you are Jewish or Persian Jewish.
I see. Why do you stay here then if you feel that, honey? I mean,
I have nowhere else to go.
really? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What do you do, Barbara? What do you do? What kind of work do you do?
I don't work.
Oh, I see. I see.
Poor girl.
I see. Okay. Thank you very much.
Huh?
Hello. There. Oh, hello.
He's getting the hang of it.
Wow, that was a
Look what I
toughie,
started.
wasn't
Look what I
it?
started.
I mean, what did you start?
Look what I
Where'd that
started.
came
Paul
from?
starts it every
Ooh,
time.
tell me.
I started every time.
That's
You
why
all-
he's at the Laugh
If you're not
Factory
a Persian
magazine.
Jew, what
Pardon
a
me?
strange combination.
It is, isn't it?
Hey,
You have jewels. I mean, how could they tell?
jewels, and we have
Jewels.
to. You wear jewels.
And furs, and isn't it
You know,
ridiculous?
what is
to
this? Is this
get-
Whoopi's list?
I want to put my 2 cents out. Anybody, I don't care where you're from and what's your background, you can buy this magazine. Did you know that?
Right.
And
If you're Persian Jewish, you can buy
Yes,
it?
you can.
You can
If
be-
you're-
even
you're
if you
black,
are-
can buy it. If you're
yes.
Latino, you can buy it.
And
You
you're,
can
if
buy
you're
this
gay, you
magazine.
buy it too,
You can
right?
buy it
Anyway.
at Ralph's,
Ralph's,
Vons,
anywhere? Okay, great.
the major
Okay.
chains.
Anyway, Sabrina,
Yes.
working hours. What time of the day you get up? What kind of ideas do you get with this magazine? Come on, give me some.
We're working on the next issue now. The next
what-
issue's
who's
coming
in
out in
it?
June.
Who's coming out?
David Letterman's going to
I-
be in it.
my
and-
favorite.
He's your favorite?
My favorite.
Yeah.
Did you know that, Jamie? He's my favorite. Of all talk show hosts, he's my favorite.
Can you tell us why?
Why? I'll tell you why. Because he's a Midwestern. He's very honest. He's like a little kid. He's like him. He's really like a little kid. He's fun. He's having a good
hilarious.
time. He's just having a good time. Come on in, Chad. Just don't be
Really?
afraid. Is that one Chad? Okay, Chad.
That's your description of David?
Hello. That's not my description of David Letterman. David Letterman's a very nice guy. Hello. Hi. Who's it? Hi. Skip Lowe here. Hi.
Yeah, this is Christopher.
Hi, Christopher. How are you doing?
Okay, I was saying that I was shocked how everyone said Persian Jew, Persian Jew.
I agree.
I mean, it's like everybody needs a reality check.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a common everyday occurrence here.
Like what?
Just like Mr. Mooney.
Yes.
He should come out of the closet. We all know what he is.
What is he?
He's gay.
Is he really?
Of course.
How can
I've
you?
dated him in the past.
Oh, is this
Thank you.
Christopher? Thank you. Are you sure it wasn't for Skippy Lowe, Christopher?
I thought he was going to say that you were a Persian Jew, and I was really worried.
Right. Hello.
That's wacky.
Hello. Line 2 is off. We're getting calls here, boy. I
You
tell
get a wacky
you.
show,
I
Skippy.
tell you something. You started something, boy.
Paul,
You started something. That's all I know, Paul. Well, anyway, tell me about your anything else you do in your
Yeah,
magazine?
actually, I help out. You know, I'm one of the people that helps out with just. I kind of sit in on the jam sessions and just kind of help